Is everybody ready for this? For those of you who don't know, I'm Nick. Hello. And this is Rooster Sheep, all of us here. And we have somehow spawned our own podcast called the Kiwi Fort Podcast. Apparently that name is quite secretive of what it means. It'll be revealed today. It'll be revealed today? Oh, wow. You're all in for a treat. So yeah, I'm here to introduce our panelists. We have Ethan on the end. I can't remember his last name.
Don't need a last name.
Ethan Davenport. Luke Batt. And Andrew Horsley.
Yeah.
And I'm going to turn it over to Luke now. But thank you all for coming. And after the podcast, we're going to be showing some stuff that you probably won't have seen before, unless you were at RTX. So, yeah. Come upstairs to the lounge afterwards. Also, want to give a shout out to Pinnacle Audio for providing all the lights for us. They're going to thank them again, because Pinnacle Audio are awesome, like their Facebook page. Thank you, guys.
This podcast is brought to you by Pinnacle Audio NZ, who graciously provided us with all the lighting for our event. We couldn't do it without them. They do awesome parties, they do serious audio, serious video, and their co-founder, Tate Dooner, is actually also a DJ. So like them on Facebook, facebook.com/Pinnacle Audio NZ.
That's almost a quad threat there. They do everything. Audio, video, DJ, and lighting. It's a quad threat.
There we go.
Okay,
now let's get into the actual show. Thank you for coming, ladies and gentlemen. You're listening to Kiwi Fort Podcast, episode 19, coming to you live from RTearoa in New Zealand, being held at the Caprica Gaming Lounge in Auckland. There we go. We are a revolving panel of hosts talking about games and movies and all sorts of pulp culture entertainment. This week, though, we have a very special guest joining us today. He comes to us from all the way from Austin, Texas. He's the co-founder of the Rooster Teeth offshoot website, Achievement Hunter. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like you to put your hands together in welcoming to New Zealand and to the stage here, the once and always bearded god of Rooster Teeth, Jack Pattillo.
Thank you for having me. Is this thing on?
Yeah, I believe it.
Probably not. All right, that's probably a better thing. All right.
Probably for the best.
Is that a jug of vodka you guys have right here?
I wish it was a jug of vodka.
All right.
Unfortunately, it's water just in case our throats get dry.
Oh, okay.
Well, other than,
yeah.
this beautiful alcohol that we have in front of us.
All right.
There you go. And there's a bottle opener right there.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, his alcohol of choice for the first beer is Steinlager Pure.
Hey, alcohol.
Yeah.
Makes it where you talk funnier. So.
Okay, before we get too far into this, for those of you out there who may not be familiar with this gentleman right here, Jack, would you be able to enlighten us? Who are you? Where do you work, and what do you do for them?
Yeah. So my name is Jack. I work on stupid videos for the internet.
Super videos for the internet. And how long have you been doing this? I believe an anniversary is coming up.
Yeah, actually, about 4 hours from now is our 5-year anniversary of Achievement Hunter.
There you go. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen.
So I think actually here would be one of the first places we could actually celebrate it, right? Because we're the timeline thing, so that works out pretty nice. Yeah, so Rooster Teeth, is an offshoot of Rooster Teeth, as you said, and we've been around for almost 5 years now. Pretty much 5 years now, and making dumb videos. We started out as pretty much tutorial guides, showing people how to get special stuff in video games, and then that has evolved into now more of like sort of comedy and gaming stuff. I'm not sure exactly what you'd say. We still do the tutorial stuff, but now it's more like Let's Plays and show type material as opposed to just traditional tutorial guides. So, but it's funny and it's dumb, and I'm incredibly lucky to do what I do for a living.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So, now, you have been over in Melbourne attending PAX Australia.
Yes.
How was that?
It was awesome. That's like 30,000 people, and anytime you go to a place and actually see fans with your own eyes, that's one of the things about Rooster Teeth is we put videos up on the internet, and then we see a number, right? Like we'll see these view counts, and it's like they look impressive, but it's like, all right, it's just a number. But to go to a theater and see 3,000 people sitting in front of you that are cheering at your stuff, that's cool. Like, you know, that's my favorite part of doing stuff like that, and actually getting a chance to meet our fans and actually talk to the community and actually get like genuine feedback from people. That is really, really badass. And alcohol is also good because they bring us to that. You know, bring the alcohol to us.
We couldn't quite get you 3,000 people here.
No, that's good. And everyone
Fire
here,
wardens wouldn't let them. They all wanted to come.
everyone here has been fantastic, and it's been a pleasure to meet all of you lovely people from New Zealand. So thank you for having me.
Give yourselves a round of applause.
Hey.
Yeah. So, did you and Bernie get up to anything while you were over there? Anything, any mischief?
Not really. I mean, like, we both have girlfriends now, so we have to kind of tone it down a little bit, you know? And so it was kind of like relaxing. But we had a party on Saturday night of PAX, and that was a lot of fun. I did a lot of shots. So Hanabi, which is our I guess, Australia and New Zealand distributor down here, they actually threw this party for us. And one of the things they had was it was a set of 4 shots. It was the Ruby shots. So you get 4 shots, and, you know, obviously red, yellow, white, and black. And I did all of those twice. And then I did 2 more shots and then about 6 drinks. So it was a fun night, to say the least. But it was good times. And so, yeah.
Brilliant. So what did you think of the Australian beers?
They were okay. They were okay. The 150 Lashes, I don't know if anyone's been over in Australia. That's really, really tasty. It's some local beer. It's good. But I'll pretty much drink anything that someone hands to me. Like, Victoria Bitters is also really good, and it reminds me of, like, Lone Star back home, which is our cheap, shitty beer. So, oh, can I cuss on here? Sorry.
Yeah, sure, why not?
All right, cool.
It's the internet. Anyone can swear.
There we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is R18. If you're not R18, then, well, kudos. You're on the internet.
You hit proceed anyway for no reason.
All right. So what other beers did you try while you were over there?
I don't know, man. Honestly, they pretty much handed me alcohol, and I just keep drinking it. So that's sort of the bit. Well, actually, one of the drinks I had was it was cherry Coke and some sort of cherry liquor. Or yeah, it was really, really tasty. So it was like a rum and Coke, but it was cherry flavored. So it was really, really delicious. So I try to go. I mean, honestly, as far as beers go, like I've just had so many that they'd all kind of blend together a little bit, which is a good problem to have. So, but this is really tasty. Steinlager, pure.
That's much tastier than the normal stuff. And if anyone out there says differently, I will disown you.
Also, I want to point out he's the only person drinking with me. So, cheers to you, sir. There we go.
Yeah, I got a sober D. Otherwise, I would be, but sober
oh, you're driving. Okay, if you have driving, I understand
gotta,
that.
You know,
Stay safe, kids.
We have a little stupid rule in New Zealand that anyone under 20 can have 0 tolerance on alcohol while driving, which is fun.
Why is it a stupid rule? That's a great rule.
Well,
for those drunk assholes from driving.
For those that are 18 like me, that's a stupid rule.
Oh, okay.
Because our drinking age is 18 here.
Yeah.
So these people are allowed to go out to the pub, but not allowed to have 1 beer. It's just a little backwards.
Well, they can drink as much as they want as long as they taxi. Stay safe, kids. Drink responsibly. Drink all you want.
Corrected by Jake Pattillo. Okay?
There you go. Drink all you want. Just make sure you get home safe. Don't drive. Don't drink and drive. It's the worst thing ever.
I promise I'll crack one open about halfway through. You know, I've got a lot of reading to do. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a script.
Oh.
Yes,
and like other Kiwi Fort podcasts, we're not going to follow it.
Yeah.
Well, we
do
did not
our best.
rehearse this.
No, not
We also
not
have
rehearsed
pizza
at
up here as well. That's nice.
all. Yeah.
So we have water, pizza, and alcohol.
Yeah.
And playing cards.
We could basically live up here.
Yeah.
It's like my college dorm. It's great. All right, so what's going on? What are we doing?
So, just more questions. Hey, so Bernie came over to New Zealand a couple of days before he headed back to Texas.
Yeah, he snuck over here.
Yeah, exactly. So while he was out of your hair, what did you get up to? Did you go and see any sights while you were over in Aussie?
We went back to Sydney, and so I hung out with Katie, the lovely Miss Katie, cool Katie over there. Hi,
Shout out to Katie.
How are you doing? She's so pretty. Look at her. She's so beautiful. And so we hung out in Sydney with some friends and stuff, and went and saw a movie. Went and saw This Is the End, which is fantastic. You should go see it if you haven't yet. And yeah, it's kind of relaxed. It was pretty fun. It's kind of funny because we actually bumped into some fans while we were out there, and it's like, you know, some fan like walking around Western Sydney doesn't expect to bump into me, so he's like, "What the fuck are you doing here?" Like I'm like, "Oh, I'm just hanging out, no big deal." It's like, "Okay, weird. Can I get a photo?" Yeah, sure. So I like doing stuff like that, where it's like, you know, you try to be in situations where people like never expect to see you. So
while you've been wandering around New Zealand, have you bumped into anyone else other than this group of fine gentlemen and ladies here.
Actually, when we went and grabbed lunch today with one of Katie's old friends, and some guy was walking in, he was like, "Oh my God, Jack, hey, can I get a photo?" And he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Yeah, sure, man." Kyle was his name. And so I told him about this event tonight. I don't know if he actually showed up or not, but I think he said he had to work. But anyway, that was sad.
Well, shout out to Kyle. So how long do you actually plan on being in New Zealand?
Just a couple more days. We're doing a little bit more touristy stuff tomorrow, and then I got to head back to the States on Monday. And so it's actually it's pretty rough. Like, it's been a long couple weeks for me. So we had RTX in Austin, and then after RTX, I took the day off to do. Actually, Katie has an event called In Real Life, which is like it's like a volunteer event. And so we did that, and that was awesome. Like, helped out the local community stuff. You should check that out. InRealLifeOrg.com. Is that what it is? InRealLifeOrg.com or .org. And other stuff. Anyway, follow her. She'll tweet about it, right? There you go. And so we did that, which was like backbreaking work. And I also had to go and disassemble the Tower Pimps that we had at RTX, which so we had to disassemble that, put it into a truck, and then move it back to my house. And then after that, we had 4 days between all of us in the office to get 6 weeks worth of content finished. Because I left on Saturday to come to Australia. The day I get back on Monday, this Monday coming up, Jeff is leaving the office for 4 weeks. So we had 6 weeks where we had to have 6 weeks worth of stuff done. Anything that required all 6 of us in the office, we'd have finished. So it was pretty much nonstop go, 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 go. And when I got into Sydney finally after flying, we got in at like 10 a.m., went around and had lunch with the friends and stuff. At about 5 o'clock, I'm like, you know what, I'm going to take a little nap. And then I woke up at 10 a.m. the next morning. So it was a lot of rest I caught up on for like that week. And so it's been rough. The jet lag killed me. But I think I'm just over it now, just the time to go back home. So, yeah.
Brilliant. And, of course, just in time to have a nice night tonight.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
I'm drinking with lots of friends out here, like 60, 70 friends, right? Everyone else drinking?
Yeah.
There we go. Y'all are awake. That's good to see.
So now, on Awu this week, they said it was supposed to come live from PAX Australia.
It was. They were not lying. Yeah, so that was basically, like the last time I was in Australia, I did PAX, or I did Awu from out here. And the problem was this time I had Gus and Bernie with me, so it was kind of harder to get away from just kind of do my own thing for a little bit because we all had to be together. So I wasn't able to do it. So on like Monday morning, I emailed Jeff and I'm like, look, dude, I'm not going to do it this week. If you just want to postpone it, I'll do it next. Or if you like just not have one this week, that's no big deal. Or if you guys want to do it, go ahead. So they did it and blame me. So there you go.
So if only you were at a smaller event where there were less people to hold you up.
I'm on vacation right now, man. Make me work.
I'm kidding.
That's all good. So.
Cool. Now, if you don't mind, we have a list of cities that we think you would have been able to visit if you stayed with a bit longer. And I just want to see if you are able to pronounce them because New Zealand names are traditionally quite difficult to actually say. So I've got a list of
Wellington.
Yeah. So
done.
So we've got the first one on here. How do you think you say this one?
Jesus. Wakatane?
Hey!
All right, is that close?
Whakatane.
That one there is Whakatane.
Whakatane?
So WH in Maori
Who
is
is
pronounced
Tani and what do they
F.
do?
I believe
Wait
it's
till you get to the bottom.
about
Wait till
having
you get to the
the
bottom.
strength of a man
All right.
or something like that. So what's this one?
Papa Toto?
Close. Yep, that's really close.
Really?
Papa Toi Toi.
Toi Toi. Okay, that was close. Is that a D or a P?
That's a P.
Okay, you're right. You have terrible handwriting.
yeah.
I wanted
It's
to point
half
that
the
out.
handwriting, half the language.
I wrote this while I was on the bus today.
So what? Paraparum? Or is it-
Para umu.
Jesus Christ!
That's a double bang.
All right. Tepuke?
That's actually super close. Tapuki.
Tapuke. Okay. Looks like what?
Remember, WH is an F.
Oh, okay. I was saying it looks like Whataburger. So Whakapapa?
That is correct. Yes.
Spot on.
Yes.
10
1
points.
for 5. 1
Yeah,
for
there we
5.
go.
10 points.
Jesus. Marama? Marama?
Whakamaramara.
Fuck, okay.
Here we go.
Tepuna?
Yeah, that's
Yes.
right. Yes.
Hey. Waimate?
Yep.
Nothing? All right, that's cool.
That was, come on,
Jesus
ladies
Christ.
and gentlemen.
You didn't hang of this.
Yes.
Yeah, no,
Here we
I'm
go.
speaking the language. Waikikiamu Makua?
Waikikamukau.
There, that's what it looks like
Mukau.
from over here.
All right. Longest town name. What is that one?
No, we're going to skip that one
says
because
longest
no one
town
here
name right
can
here.
actually say it. You can have a look at it if you really want. Here
Uh-oh.
it is.
Achievement Hunter. That's what it said.
Yeah,
Oh.
there you go.
Holy shit.
There's a jam.
That can't be real. That's like a bullshit thing on Scrabble. Someone's like, I have the extra letters.
Here we go. I'll
and they
try
have
and
3
pronounce
extra
it.
boards.
Tamata whakatangi hanga ko. What the hell's that?
So this
Ko
name's
o
taking up 2 lines of this
turi
pad.
puka ka pika mau naro nu ku pukai finna. Nah.
There
I was
go.
halfway
Close enough.
through.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
That's about all those little.
So I
bits
got
and
I got
pieces.
2 or 3 out of that.
Yeah,
one.
you got some really good ones on
I'll
there.
take it.
Yep, exactly. So do you plan on seeing any rugby matches while you're over here, or would you?
I would love to. I don't know if I'm gonna have time to, unfortunately.
Of course.
That's the problem. It's like I need to come down and take like 2 weeks and just like relax down here. I want to do that at some point. So maybe someday, but not this time.
Do you know what the New Zealand teams typically do before the match?
It's the haka, right?
That is correct.
Yeah.
Yep. Do you know how to do one?
I do not.
Okay, we've actually got a gentleman here who he can provide us
Oh,
with an
no.
example of the haka for you.
All right.
Yeah,
All
come on up. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Does he want to introduce himself?
Yeah, introduce yourself, mate.
I'm Sam. Yeah.
His name is Sam.
Sorry if I butcher this.
All right. Don't worry. I don't know the difference, so go for it.
I'm part Māori, so I should.
He could probably pronounce that long name.
Yeah.
Right?
No, I failed. Kamate code. Kamate code. I now forgotten.
Okay, now you're just mumbling, man. You're mumbling in Maori. It doesn't doesn't suit
He's
you.
actually reading off the name of that city.
Do you want to do it? Yeah, come on. If anyone knows how to do it, come on.
Oh God.
Now, can you imagine being an opposing rugby team to this?
Oh, yeah,
Pretty
that
scary.
Sounds lovely.
Come on. Okay, you ready, guys?
Round 2.
Do you want to count
There we
down?
go.
3, 2, 1.
They actually got that mostly right.
Nice work, guys. Nice work.
Very close.
It's less intimidating when they're not all synced. You know? We're all like, someone on different lines, someone's singing the chorus while someone's on the verse. It's all messed up.
The dubstep remix.
No, that was awesome. Thank you very much, guys. That was very, very
Thank
cool.
you. Thank you.
Cheers. Cheers.
Drink. The drinking game. Jack just cheersed you. Come on.
Oh, is that a game? Dude, so I'll tell you this, during RTX, we have an event during RTX called SideQuest. It's run by some guys in the community. And it's great because they do a lot of stuff for charity and they raise a lot of money. And they have events throughout the week, like during RTX, like not conflicting, but during the same time. And one of the things they did was they did Bar Olympics, which they had a red team and a blue team, right? And you got to pick which team you want to be on, whatever. And they earned points doing different things. So like some was like, you know, if you play a game of darts versus a red or a blue, you can win points, blah, blah, blah. My favorite thing they did, which was awesome, was really, really smart, whoever came up with it. If you bought a drink for a staff member, you get points. So I pretty much walked in and they just threw alcohol at me, and they wouldn't stop, and it was amazing. So cheers to that. So it wasn't this though. This is very, very tasty.
It is indeed. Okay.
I think the audience is asleep on us.
They must be.
They're very quiet out there. They're very judging. Everyone's playing Doom over there. It's great. I see that. They're focused.
So, what made you want to pursue a career in broadcasting?
Actually, I took some classes in my final year of high school that I had a lot of fun doing, like a lot of media classes. And I went from being a computer science major over to a media major, RTF major, radio, television, film, like 2 weeks before I applied to go to college. And it was just like one of those things I realized I didn't want to sit in a cubicle all day coding. I really enjoyed editing and having fun with that. So I swapped over and then just never looked back.
Nice.
Yeah.
So that's how you started the career.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
did you actually get into the industry?
As far as like working with Rooster Teeth?
Not necessarily Rooster Teeth, just the industry itself.
Well, I went to college, and when I got out of college, one of the first job offers I had was a former roommate of mine. He said, hey, we need a video guy. Like he was working in a video game company doing producing. And he's like, hey, we need a video guy to do trailers and commercials and stuff like that. Would you be interested in coming in and applying? And I was like, yeah, sure. So I went in, and I showed off a little bit of work I'd done, and about a week later, they offered me the job. And so I started working in there. There's a little small company called Aspire Media, and they did a lot of Mac and PC games. And yeah, I started working there doing trailers.
Mac had games?
Yeah, it
Excuse
did.
me, I'd like to jump on the... No. I have a Mac, and I played Kerbal Space Program. Got
There you
that
go.
on Steam sale. That was good.
And isn't there a chess game built in? I mean,
I don't think so anymore.
To be fair, Halo was originally being designed for a Mac.
Bungie was a Mac company. They were a Macintosh company, and then Microsoft bought them. But yeah, so I started doing that, and I worked there for about 3 years, and they laid me off, along with about 50 other people. That was a fun Christmas. They literally, like the week before Christmas, they laid off half the company. That was good times. That
severance package?
A lovely Christmas. Yeah, I got a few months' pay, but not enough, basically. So.
Jeez, I wish I got a few months' pay when I was made redundant. Okay, so did you write for a website as well? Have I heard that correctly?
Yeah, I wrote for a website called Ain't It Cool News. It's a it's like a movie rumors news website, and I met the guy who ran it. He lived in Austin. It was an Austin-based company, and so I started writing for them and just like covering film festivals around Austin and stuff like that. And then kind of spread. I became friends with them more, and they started sending me to festivals. So I got to go to Bermuda a couple times and like do these festivals all over the country. And then I convinced the guy who ran it, Harry, that could I do video game stuff? And he's like, yeah, sure, go for it. And so I started writing about video games. And so I had a nice little backlog of video game content that I've been writing about. So that was cool too.
And how long did you do that for?
I did that for about 8 years. I started in 2000, and I finally finished about 2008. So.
And did you manage to get any free games out of it?
I got a few.
So more than drunk gamers did.
Yeah. the first free game I ever got was actually Ratatouille, which was... That game was so bad. It was so terrible, and it was like I was so angry at it that I went and perfected the game. Like I won 1,000 of 1,000 in that game, so I knew I never had to touch it again in my life. And so it would sit on there, and it wouldn't just be like a little thing sitting. So anyway,
are you able to tell us about any of the trailers that you made while you were working at the video game company?
They were all smaller games. They were like, I think we did a DS game. I forget the name of it was, but it was a lot of stuff. Like the majority of my job was figuring out how to capture footage because at the time it wasn't really standardized. And so like capturing footage from a DS was one of the toughest things I've ever done in my life. And actually I found a website where you could, it was like basically it was a modding website where someone figured out how he would pull video streams off of a DS. And so I was able to capture from that into a capture device on my computer. So, but it was nothing major. We did a lot of ports. So you see like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 1 for the Mac. Like we would do that port. So like it would be like 2 years after the game would come out. And so I would take the trailer, add our logos in the beginning, and then just re-export it. So nothing too major, but yeah, that was sort of the general stuff I did. But every now and then I get to actually edit a trailer for some like shitty European game that we brought over. So it was fun.
Okay, before we move on to the next one, if people want to ask questions, we do have a microphone ready. If you want to line up, and we'll start asking questions in a few moments. Okay?
Don't all jump up at once.
Get your questions ready.
So enthusiastic, guys.
And if you do have good questions,
First
you
comment
might
wins.
have some prizes.
Oh yeah, we got some cool stuff.
We might do. It has to
So,
be a good question, though.
Just like to point
If
out,
you have a
there's
shitty
fight over the
question, we
microphone.
kick you out.
The two people at the front of the mic are our two. They watch us every week. The
Nice.
same two. They're the first two always to comment as well. So
Yeah.
shout out to you guys.
And as for which one of you gets to go first, I want to see a rock, paper, scissors battle. But you can do that off the side. Okay, so you're doing Achievement Hunter now.
Yes.
And you've been doing that for 5 years. What are you most proud of while you've been doing that?
I think really it's the community we've helped grow. Like, because when I first started when we first started Achievement Hunter, it was very much an offshoot of Rooster Teeth and Red vs. Blue, and everyone knew Rooster Teeth because of Red vs. Blue. And it was kind of like, which was awesome for us because there was a built-in community that we were able to kind of jump onto, and it was kind of like we started our own thing, but we already had this install base of these people who knew what our content was, and they knew what sort of the personality of our website. And so when we started up Achievement Hunter, it was sort of the same flavor but a different sort of meal. You know what I mean? And so as we built that up over the years, now I have more and more people saying, I found Red versus Blue because I watched Achievement Hunter, and that makes me really, really happy that we now have our own legs, and we now have this really amazing community that we've established ourselves. And that's the cool thing about Rooster Teeth is if you're into Red versus Blue, you're probably going to be into Achievement Hunter. If you like the podcast, you'll probably like Ruby, and so forth and so on. We have this really cool umbrella of content that we get to be a part of.
Thank you very much for that. Okay, we can
You're
go.
welcome.
We can go for the first community question. So just say who you are and then your question.
Oh,
Hi, I'm Pam.
hello, Pam.
Hi. What's the weirdest thing you've seen since you've been in New Zealand?
Weirdest things that I've seen since I've been in New Zealand. It's probably not weird to you, but seeing a paddock of sheep just hanging out, that's like the coolest thing ever. Like we went to this park today, and that was this amazing park in the middle of New Zealand. There's just sheep all over the place and chickens running around and roosters. Like, all right, that's unusual, but okay, I guess it's fine here. And so that's sort of the cool thing about New Zealand is like, it's like major cityscapes, and then it's like, oh, there's some sheep. Like, all right, I guess that's cool,
The best part's when you're just walking down the main street and a tractor drives past.
Yeah, Ethan, that doesn't happen. You're making stuff
No,
up.
yeah, come to Pukekohe, mate.
Yeah, Pukekohe is not Auckland City, man.
City
They don't have a
to
main street. Come on.
sit here.
It'd be cool if you saw like a hobbit cross in front of you. Then it'd be like, what the hell?
Well, you need to go to Hobbiton for that.
Oh, okay, that's down south of here, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, next. Who's up next?
Oh, we should give her something.
Yeah, okay,
yeah.
sure, why not?
We got free stuff, right?
Yeah,
Here.
come here.
So these are cool. Yeah, this is the RTX exclusive Rooster Teeth playing cards.
There you
There you
go.
RTX and RTearoa.
There you go.
Yeah.
I made all of those myself, so enjoy them.
Custom handcrafted.
Yeah, long day of printing and cutting out.
All right, who's got the next question?
Tech adjustments
Was this
there.
open for me?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
What did you think of the real life griff ball today, Jack?
We actually missed it, so I don't know if you heard. So today, when Nick was supposed to pick us up, so Nick, who's like one of the, I guess, who runs this thing.
Oh, he's running away.
Yeah, there he goes.
Nick's being called out.
Nick from A Simple Walk into Mordor with Carrie and Chris. So he was picking us up from the hotel today, and we get down to the lobby, and Nick's there in the lobby. I'm like, oh, cool. All right, let's do this. And he's like, one problem, I locked my keys in my car. And so we're staying in a pretty nice hotel, and then his car is parked right in front, literally with the keys inside of it locked right up front. So we spent a good probably hour with a coat hanger trying to get the thing open, and he finally, I think he had to actually join AA or AAA. You guys had that down here?
Yeah, AA.
Yeah, and so and then they showed up and popped the door for us. So I missed that, unfortunately, and we can blame Nick for that one. So
Well,
I'm sure
if
it
makes
was
you feel any
lovely.
better, we were very unfit and
There was a lot of people lying down and trying to catch their breath.
Nice. I saw the zombie stuff. That was really cool, and Capture the Tower is pretty neat as well. So
Yeah.
but yeah, I'm sorry I missed out on Griffball.
No, it's all right.
And we will have highlights of these events on YouTube up later once they're edited after this whole shebang ends.
All right, I'll check it out then.
Okay, I believe the microphone is ready.
So, I'm Josh.
Hey, Josh.
Firstly, would I be able to get my shirt signed later?
Sure, of course. Yeah, I'll sign whatever you want.
Cool.
Whatever
you want. Come on.
Hell.
Bow chicka bow wow.
Yeah. I'm not in my home country. Whatever. Let's make it happen.
Secondly, would you like a guided tour of our private Minecraft server later?
A guided tour of your private Minecraft server. Do I have to leave
Like,
here?
No.
We can get it running.
So, to clarify, we, within our group, which is Rooster Sheep, is our group that then runs this event, we also have a Rooster Sheep Minecraft page.
Okay.
And we've set up a server on PC. And other than a little bit of griefing, goes pretty well. We've got a few Gavins.
Cool. One is plenty. That's all I'll say. Yeah, sure. I'll take a look at it, man. That'd be cool. Yeah.
Thank you to Joss for setting up the Rooster Sheep Minecraft server.
Yeah.
Hey,
Thank you,
shout out to
Josh.
Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Here, we have a bunch of these cards to give away. We should give away more of that.
Yeah, sure. Come up here, mate.
Yeah.
Jack
here.
has deemed you worthy. Come get your cards.
There you go.
Come on up. So,
There you go, boss.
got a question. Don't want to pack of cards though. I just
You
got
sure?
a question.
We got a bunch of cards here.
I've got some, but I forgot my question now. I'm so nervous.
All right. Well, there you
It's all
go.
good. What are some of the best experiences that have come out of becoming internet famous?
Oh God, it's internet famous. That's so weird. Like that's such a weird thing to say. Like I don't. It's I still don't know how to approach it because I feel like a dickhead if I'm like, oh yeah, I'm so internet famous, look at me. And so, but then every now and then, like with my parents at RTX actually this year, it was really funny. So we were setting up for RTX, and some Guardians were walking around when they had stuff to sign before we opened the show. And my parents came out, and they were just like helping out and stuff. And my mom actually signed some stuff. They figured out who she was. So my mom and dad signed some stuff for some Guardians. It's like
limited edition,
trippy as hell, you know. So it's like, wow, okay, my mother is signing autographs now. It's like, don't show any photos, Mom, you know. So, well, yeah, stuff like that. That's just weird. And it's just like, you know, I still don't know how to explain what I do to my parents. Like my mom just assumes I'm in marketing, which is close enough. I'm like, all right, Mom, yeah, sure, I play video games. I don't know. I mean, every day. I mean, like getting to meet fans is so amazing. Like that's like when fans come up to me in the street, that blows my freaking mind. Like that I get to do something that's so, you know, pervasive out there. That like people actually come up to us, and we've hit this point now where internet and YouTube is taking over TV. You know, like we're seeing more and more people I talk to now come up to me and they're like, I don't have a television anymore. I don't watch cable anymore because all I do is watch internet. I watch all my shows on Hulu or Netflix or YouTube.
And if only we got Hulu here.
Oh, well, someday. And it's like that's the big thing for me. It's like that we managed to hit this wave of internet content at the perfect time. And I happen to be lucky to be a part of it. And so to sort of watch this thing grow and kind of we're riding this wave right now. It's like I have no idea where it's going, and it's just getting bigger and bigger. So hopefully we can hang on for dear life and survive.
Yeah. Just the question: out of all of the Let's Plays that you guys have recorded, what would be your like most favorite?
Like just the Minecraft ones, or all of them in general?
Just all of them in general.
The Trials Evolution ones are probably my favorite. The Trials and the Assassin's Creed ones. Assassin's Creed is one of my favorite games of all time. So when we get to play that, I have so much fun doing it. And it's also, I'm pretty good at it, so that makes me feel a lot better. Like, there's a lot of stuff where you play, like any shooter game, I'm horrible at. So that's always the worst one. Is, you know, Ray is just demolishing you. It's like, all right, I'll be here dead over and over and over again. Yeah. Thanks, Ray. And so it's something where you actually can get some skill at. And like, Assassin's Creed is fun. The multiplayer in that is so much fun because you're trying to pretend that you're not an AI or that you are an AI, and then you're trying to kill people, but then you get spotted. It's just, the multiplayer in that is just some of my favorite multiplayer ever.
So we've actually got a question from the stream.
Oh, okay.
From online. This is from Laura Snuggs McGonigal, who can't make it because she's actually in London.
Oh.
Or outskirts of London.
Shout out to Laura.
What time is it in London right now? I guess it's like...
Probably about 12 hours different, so like 5 in the morning. I don't know.
Laura, if you can hear us, let us know what the time is.
Yeah. She wants to know what your favorite area of the sciences are. So like astronomy, physics, chemistry. She's a bit of a science
science nerd.
I didn't say it.
Actually, I like no, I want to say archaeology.
She says 9:50 a.m.
Okay. Is archaeology, is that a science technically? Like study of like former civilizations and whatnot, like digging up? I like that stuff.
I think we'll let it pass.
That's really cool. Like, digging up dinosaur bones and stuff. That's neat. I don't know, I like mathematics more than I like science stuff, oddly enough. Well, I mean, I was a computer science major, so I was going to do computer science. That's what I like out of everything, is computer sciences.
There you go, the cop-out.
Okay, we'll have another community question in a moment. If anyone's ready now, do we have someone?
While we wait, this podcast is brought to us by Pinnacle Audio NZ, who provided all the lighting for our gig. They do parties, sound, lighting, and please like them on Facebook, facebook.com/Pinnacle Audio NZ.
And the DJing. And the DJing.
And the
Quad
DJing.
threat. Quad threat.
Tate Dunas, co-founder, good DJ.
Okay, do we have someone? Yep. Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, I'm Joel, and I was just wondering, we see very little behind-the-scenes footage, probably for good reason, but
yes.
What is the typical day in the Achievement Hunter office? The
typical day behind the scenes of Achievement Hunter is actually kind of boring. Like, I mean, the stuff you see online, like the behind the scenes you see online, like that's us having a good time and playing, but that's only a small sliver of what we do during the day. Because like we'll play games for maybe 2 hours throughout the day, but then we're editing the majority of the day. So we come in, usually work and like catch up on some internet stuff, like catch up on Kotaku, Joystick, IGN, sort of read up on the news. then do some editing of stuff that's like left over from the day before, and then maybe play a game for 2 hours, and then capture footage, and then play from there. Really, like my day depends on what day it is. Like Wednesday is my horse day, so usually Wednesday morning I come in and I have whoever play horse. Then I actually go through Halo 4, capture all the footage, cut it together, pull them back in and do audio for it, cut that together and then release it out to the wild. AWU on Mondays, pretty much shoot AWU in the morning, cut it in the afternoon. And then throughout the day, it's pretty much us sitting at a computer editing something. So like Ray does most of our guides, so he'll sit there playing Deadpool and then cut together 3 video guides that day. Gavin's working on a Let's Play from last week. Jeff's working on Trials Files or Game Night. And so it's a lot of editing. It's a lot of us sitting in front of computers. So it's not as exciting as people might think. It is us kind of sitting and working, which it's funny because we don't do tours anymore at the office at all, like 0 tours. So if you're thinking to come over, sorry, we don't do tours. But we have people come by and like, oh, your office just looks like an office. It's like, yeah, we don't sit around playing video games all day. It's like we do have to produce the content to then release to the internet. So that's sort of the dirty secret of Achievement Hunter. It's not all fun and games all the time, just most of the time. So
awesome. I think that was an awesome question.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, give him a round of applause.
Hey. And he's got a pickaxe as well, so that counts.
Ah, there you go.
Now, you were saying before about how all the stuff's like TV and people don't have cable anymore because they're just getting all their content online. What kind of got you guys into doing these longer videos that are almost a podcast with a video game in front of them?
Yeah, I mean, the thing about the Let's Plays is we were very anti-Let's Play. We were anti-long form videos on the internet because to me a perfect internet video is about 3 minutes long. Tell a joke, get in, tell a joke, get out, and you're done. It's sort of very the internet is very disposable. People are ADD on the internet where they'll watch a cat video and then that'll lead into a video with Neil deGrasse Tyson, which will lead into and Bill Nye the Science Guy. Then we'll get into Jay and Silent Bob, and it's sort of bouncing all over the place.
The rabbit hole.
Yeah, exactly. So you get sucked into YouTube and then you look up and 4 hours have passed. And so for us, it was very much we like the shorter videos, right? And then Jeff and Michael did a Let's Play in Saints Row. And that video just did pretty well. So all right, so they did a series of videos in Saints Row, and they did all right. We were pretty happy with it, enough to keep going. And then when Minecraft came out, it was a perfect game where all 5 of us at the time could just play it together. And we played this thing, and it was just amazing. And then we cut it together, and we released it, and it exploded. And it's like, oh shit, there's something here. And so that was Let's Play 1, and then now we're up to Let's Play Minecraft episode 60 something or 70 something. And the long-form videos, I had no idea people would watch that stuff. But what we hear more and more often is that people will turn it on and just set it on a window behind everything else and just let it run. And then if they hear screaming, they go back over and see what the hell we're yelling at. And
the beauty of rewind.
Yeah. And so that's sort of the thing now. It's those have become the TV shows, and people that's basically our podcast. We don't have a typical podcast for Achievement Hunter, but an hour and a half Let's Play, that's a podcast. It's a podcast with an objective. And so, people, bitch and moan that Jeff's never on the podcast anymore. He's on 3 podcasts a week now. So, anyway.
Thank you very much. Okay, we've got about 5 minutes left.
Oh, shit, really?
Oop. Yep. Okay, sweet. We've got another 10 minutes. Okay, we're going to do some quick-fire questions. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to ask a question, get up behind the mic. We're asking for, really, really short answers. And go.
Okay, I'll keep it short for you, Jack. Did you ever get your revenge on Joel?
Not yet. I will next year, and it will be sweet.
Next year's too late, man.
No, it's going to take a year's worth of planning and prodding. Retribution will be swift, or actually not swift. It's going to take a year. So.
All right, go.
All right, knock some stuff over.
Hey, so obviously you do videos online. Do you see yourself when you're doing videos as acting as a character, or do you see yourself being yourself to do this video?
Two-part question, go.
In other words, are you acting when you're doing Achievement Hunter, or is this really about you?
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely playing some form of caricatures of ourselves. So Gavin is stupid, but he's not that stupid. Sorry to spoil it for anyone. Gavin is really stupid. But no, we definitely play a sort of a form of ourselves, sort of an elevated form of ourselves. So yeah, so play it up a little bit, and it's for entertainment value. So
awesome. Come on up, grab it back. Next.
Hey, I'm Jared. I was wondering, when was the first time you were recognized for your Achievement Hunter work?
Oh, Jesus. First time I was ever spotted, in public, you mean?
Yeah.
I want to say, at a movie theater or something like that once, where it was just I went to see a movie with a friend, and someone called me out. I was like, oh, shit, hi. I mean, outside of, like, PAX. I mean, like, when I go to conventions, like, that's a lot different. You know, when you go to somewhere like PAX or RTX or Comic-Con or E3, that people, people come up to you all the time. But in the wild, I think it was literally going to a movie with a friend. It was the most surreal thing ever.
Awesome. Did they sit next to you?
No. I think it was after a movie, actually.
Awesome. Come on up. We got a pack of cards for you. We got one more pack here. 2 more packs of cards.
We have the shirt as well.
Oh, and a shirt. There we go.
Secrets.
Oh, is that a secret? Oh, sorry.
Okay, Nick.
It's right there in front. I don't think it's a secret.
Literally hanging in front.
Aldwin here. Nice to see you, Jack.
Cheers.
Keeping in line with the sort of convention, how long does it take to prepare for RTX?
They're planning, I think the next meeting for RTX 2014 is this week. Okay. So yeah, we're at the point now where it's pretty much the whole year, and then it really ramps up about 6 months. So about January, it'll be really ramping up for next year.
Do you think we can expect you guys back for any of the Armageddons, like down in Wellington, Christchurch, Hamilton, Auckland?
Maybe. The thing about RTX is now that we have our own convention, we kind of don't send people to conventions anymore. So like something like this is like, if someone wants to go on a vacation and it happens to be during that time, that's a little different. But as far as actually sending people, it costs us a lot of money to send, 3 or 4 people across the Pacific somewhere. Yeah. So, but, it costs us nothing to have a convention in Austin where we have to, or you can stay at home and sleep and then go to a convention. So, anyway, it does cost us, though.
Thank you.
So is that how you managed to break the curse and get to Australia?
Yeah, no, actually, that's what it was. It was the first time I went to Australia was on vacation for myself. So I was going to pay for it, and then turns out there was a supernova that weekend that I wanted to go, and they're like, oh, we'll pay for you to come out if you come work. And so I ended up working more than I had vacation time. So.
Okay, next.
Right, yeah, super basic. What's your perfect Sunday?
I'm sorry?
Your perfect Sunday.
Perfect Sunday? Probably
Chocolate.
waking up late and watching some NFL football. Gridiron, I guess you guys call it over
gridiron,
here.
Yeah.
And so, and relaxing, drinking a beer, eating a pizza.
Sorry,
and my girlfriend's there as well. My girlfriend's also there. Of course.
And the dog?
Yeah, and Emma. Emma the dog and my cats.
And sorry, Ethan, what was your favorite Sunday?
Chocolate.
There we go.
I prefer caramel syrup on the top.
Banana. Split.
All
okay,
right.
Next.
Name's Chris Griffin.
And why are you dressed as a panda?
Christopher Griffin.
Why are you dressed as a panda, man?
Why not?
Good answer.
All right, there you go.
Did you
You're going to have to do a little bit of a dance after you've asked this question.
Did you
Fine,
actually
you don't
go
get the
try to
t-shirt.
find Joel's car?
Wait, sorry, can you say that again?
Did you actually go try to find Joel's car?
No. Like I don't know. I'm going to do something to him at some point. I don't know if it involves keying his car, but I will do something. There will be, yeah. No, he has a very expensive car, if you guys don't know, but it's very nice, and it goes very fast.
Now, did he sign the tower?
He did not sign the tower. As far as I know, when I left, it was unsigned and disassembled in my garage at my house.
But he does know the person who has the keys to your house, does he not?
Yes, he does, but the person who has the keys to my house is a very large dude. So, like large, like could smash you. Like he could probably do the haka pretty well.
This is a question from the live stream. Is there going to be any The Last of Us
who
footage
from the live
later?
stream?
We
Shout
don't
them
know.
out.
The Dylan027 wants to know if there's going to be anything using the game The Last of Us.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were asking them. You said for the live stream. I was so confused. Possibly. We're working on some PS3 stuff, Dylan. Yeah, like people think we're very anti-PS3, but it's just like when we play multi-platform games, we tend to lean Xbox because that's the easiest setup we have already. So as far as Last of Us goes, I know a few of us. I think Ray has beaten it. I've played it a little bit. But I know everyone wants Jeff to play the beginning because apparently there's a little girl in the beginning, and like people like, and so they want Jeff to cry. And it's like, fuck that.
People are monsters.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that won't happen. But as far as some kind of stuff, we'll see. I don't know how the game sort of like holds up for single player stuff, but we'll see. There's probably going to be something at some point.
So do a lot of the RT staff have PS3s?
Yeah. I think.
And are they all looking at PS4s or?
Yeah. I mean,
how's the office split?
I'll say for the Achievement Hunter office, the majority of us have PS3 and Xbox 360s at home. And I know for a fact because I did it myself. We have 6 PS4s and 6 Xbox Ones on pre-order. So. Like, they're all going to come in. I mean, they're for the office. So we will have next-gen consoles, both of them. So we're not, like everyone assumes we're just, like, anti-Sony. It's like, no, we just, that's not our thing. We've never done it, but it's not because we're anti. It's just, it's something different. So next-gen, we're going to definitely make it, like, more of a attempt to play a little bit of both.
From what you've seen of the Xbox One and the PS4, what side are you leaning to, like, more?
I'm
Let's
leaning.
not start the flame war.
No. I mean, honestly, I'm leaning a little bit more towards Xbox One. Obviously, I mean, we have a bias. Like, I'm not gonna try to pretend we don't. We have a bias for the Xbox, mainly because of Xbox Live. Xbox Live has been around for 10 years now, and they've really refined it in a really awesome service. Where Sony, I mean, they have PlayStation Plus, but they haven't really done anything with it. Like they give away free games, but it's still an untested service as far as mass consumption. And now for the PS4, everyone's going to be hitting that service, and you have to pay for the online now for multiplayer stuff for the PS4. A lot of people forget that, and then everyone bitched and moaned about the Xbox One and like all the oh, it's bad because you can't do used games, and they fixed all that, and now everything everyone was complaining about is fixed and even better. But still, people are saying the PS4 is going to be better just because that's what it was initially. And I love hearing the people that they complain about the Xbox One not being able to use games. They fix it and they're like, well, we can't trust Microsoft now because they swapped. And it's like, come on, really? It's like you can't. Those people are going to bitch about everything, so there's nothing you can fix.
Well, yeah, it was announced, I think this week, that Xbox One is going to be all supporting indie games now.
Yeah, self-publishing game.
Self-published, and every Xbox can be a debug kit. So, I mean, PS4 has had this ground, supposedly from the conventions where they threw down some PR twist.
Yeah, E3 was rough for the Xbox. So.
Yeah, and now PS4 are coming through. PS4 are just sitting on their laurels, just sitting there, and Xbox One are coming through and changing everything that was complained about. And I think they're making big grounds because they're in the news a lot more than PS4 is right now.
The next couple of months with Gamescom and whatnot, it's going to be some really interesting stuff. Tokyo Game Show, I mean, Microsoft hasn't done anything with the Tokyo Game Show in a couple of years, so they're actually coming out. So that's going to be a fun little event.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. Next gen is going to be a lot of fun, and we haven't had new consoles in 6-7 years now, so it's kind of that alone is going to be worth it. That's going to be great.
Well, I just can't believe we're still running on 256 megs of RAM.
Well, but then you see something like Grand Theft Auto 5, where it's like, okay, this is the swan song for a generation. Like that game looks incredible, and it's like it's upsetting because I want to play GTA 5, but I also want a new console, so I'm going to still have both of them side by side until maybe they release a new version of it.
Well, that Achievement Hunter office is just going to be far too crowded with Xbox 360, Xbox One, PS4s.
And we have our laptops, and it's rough. There's a lot. I mean, that office is already hot. I mean, we have 5 guys on a desk, and then we have Ryan on a couch, and we all have our own console, so it's a nightmare already. It's only going to be worse.
We've only got a couple minutes left. We'll go back to some quick-fire questions in just a moment. Really quickly, what sort of advice would you give to someone trying to break into the new media industry?
Make stuff. No, seriously. I mean, like that's the one thing is like people say like, oh, I have an idea for something. Fucking make it. Like what is stopping you? There's nothing stopping you from producing stuff right now. It has gotten to a point now, when we started Achievement Hunter, getting a capture card and stuff, that cost, that was tough because it cost a few $100s for a capture card and you have to have a machine that could do it. Now they sell stuff that's like USB plugs that like will capture as high resolution as we did before. Even like cell phone videos. Like if you want to make movies, start making a movie with your cell phone. That's all it takes. And you only get better the more stuff you produce. I think Robert Rodriguez said you've got 30 bad movies in you, and once you get those out of your system, you're going to start making good stuff. So start producing content. You have no excuse not to make stuff. So if you want to make a podcast, start recording. There's microphones and everything now. Start recording audio. If you want to make videos, start recording video. If you want to make video game video, start capturing content. It's like, but make it. Like I look at our early Achievement Hunter stuff, and it drives me fucking nuts because they look so bad. And now we've hit a point now where it's like we've done it so long that we know what we're doing. We're actually good at it. And so the quicker you can get started, the quicker you're going to get better.
And what are some tips, tricks, and tools that you would suggest to help them succeed?
For which content? Just like making anything?
Let's say podcasting.
Podcasting, one thing that is surprisingly good is if you're not streaming like this, if you're not live, standing up and talking helps. Because when you stand up, your lungs open up and you actually sound better, and that actually does help out a lot. So, if you haven't done it much, if you haven't done a lot of voice acting or a lot of voice work, that helps out. It's one of the easiest things to do. Also, don't drink beer while you do podcasting. Drink water. Drinking water. Don't drink soda, anything like that. Anything, But I've done a few of these now, so I'm professional.
Yeah. And just like adding on to that, just with the whole podcast side of things, I mean, I know from me and Andrew, the software we use, we just got for free. We use Audacity.
Yeah, Audacity. That's what we use at the Achievement Hunter office. I mean, like that's a free program we got online for Mac, and it's like, all right, and a decent microphone costs about $100, and it's like if you want to sound really good, go for it. So there's no excuse. Nothing is holding you back. If you want to make something, start making it.
I think we'll have one last community question, and it better be good, or else no T-shirt is going to be given
We can do a
away.
lightning round. We can do a lightning round. We can burn through these guys.
Really quickly, we've got to do an outro, so it has to be super good.
All right,
Come
go.
on, 3 syllables.
Okay, I'm sure you stole my question with the new media thing. So, have you tried the LMP chocolate yet?
The LMP chocolate? No, I have not. Sorry.
You better do.
Next question.
Next. Who at Rooster Teeth infuriates you the most?
Gavin.
Not Joel?
Is that a question, really?
How did you meet the lovely Katie?
I met the lovely Katie through roosterteeth.com. Thank you very much. Everyone should sign up on the website.
There you go.
Woo! She is quite lovely. Look at her. She's blushing.
The stream can probably see her at the side of the shop.
Yeah.
Will there be any more Let's Play with Joel and you?
Yes, actually, Joel and I are going to be working on a Dead Space 3 co-op Let's Play. So, an actual legit co-op Let's Play. So.
Okay, which of those people do we think was the
that
best question?
Of those 4 from the lightning round, who deserves a T-shirt?
A
Walk into Mordor T-shirt signed by.
Oh, hold it up. Hold up.
Signed by Nick, Kerry, and Chris.
Why don't we get the 4 of them to play do a round robin of rock paper scissors?
Quickly,
I'm a little drunk.
4 of you come up really quick.
All right, this will be
we've
fun.
really got to wrap up. So
All right,
you guys
the
up
4
here.
who just asked
Yeah,
questions,
those
not new people.
Those last 4 who just asked questions.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice
All right.
try, Ryan.
Watch out for cables and stuff. Okay, 2 of you pair off. All right, you 2 over there. You 2 over here.
And we also have the LMP chocolate here
All right.
for you to try after.
All right. All right. Here we go. We got last 2. Ready? Paper, rock, scissors. Oh, there it is.
There we go.
And we have a winner.
We have a winner.
Jack, would you like to give it to him?
Absolutely. There you go, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you
Awesome.
very much, ladies and
I
gentlemen.
believe we have someone in the audience who wants to give you LMP chocolate.
Oh, great.
Now, LMP is a lemon and pyro. It's a soda that we have here.
I had that last night. It was actually pretty tasty.
And then we've got our Whittaker's chocolate, and they've decided to combine the 2.
Oh, wow. That's fantastic.
Where is it?
Here
it is.
That's
There
a
we go.
giant chocolate bar. That's like Charlie in the Chocolate Factory. Holy crap. Look at that thing. Oh,
So we'll
no
get
one's
you to
impressed
try it
by that
afterwards.
because you all have it here. This is
Well,
impressive.
I actually haven't tried it either. It came out like last week.
It's 28% cocoa. I wonder what the other, 72% is.
It's LMP, man. Okay, on that note, that about wraps everything up. Thanks for listening or watching. And if you didn't get enough of us, you can check us out online. You can like us on Facebook. If you want to follow us, Ethan, where can we find you?
Xbox Live, Concrete Cupcake, Twitter, Tub Mundo, Rooster Sheep Facebook group.
Concrete Cupcake?
Yeah. Well, Concrete Cupcake was like, you got sniped. I tried to put a Concrete Cupcake, but the character limit didn't work.
Okay.
So.
Andrew, where can we find you?
Mad Dude Horse on the Rooster Teeth site. Xbox Live, same thing. On Facebook, I run the Twitter for at Kiwi Fort Podcast. And in the group is Andrew Horsley.
Brilliant. And Jack, where can we find you?
You can find me on achievementhunter.com, roosterteeth.com. I am Jack_P on Twitter.
And I am Luke Bat. You can find me on Twitter at LukeB4TT on Twitter. On Facebook, just Luke Bat. This was the Kiwi Fort podcast.
Just one thing before that.
What?
Could Jack please shout out the podcast members who couldn't be on because they're overseas or unavailable?
Sorry for all the podcast members who couldn't be on because you are unavailable or whatever else.
That's you, Jake.
Yeah.
Stop complaining.
Yeah.
There you go.
And
Are we pointing to a camera or just like over
Yes,
there?
that blue thing
okay.
there's the live stream camera. That's the recording
Wait,
camera.
There's a recording one there and there.
You're on candid camera. There's the camera. There's the camera. There's someone filming with the camera.
I thought the camera's name was Jake. I was like, oh, that's sad.
And we're out. Nick.
Everyone go up to the lounge upstairs, which was the one playing the just the couches pointed at the non-Xbox, just the laptop. There may be some stuff that you haven't seen before.
But
we also have Red Bull coming soon, so keep an eye out for them.
before you leave, can we get a round of applause for Caprica Gaming Lounge for letting us?
And one final round of applause for our special guest, Jack Pattillo. This was the Kiwi Fort Podcast, and we're out!